You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water.
Yes. Exactly.
Tell us. Visions.
I was in the sky. I was high up, and it felt suddenly.
Блядь, это надо было послушать.
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky.
Летал по
I was
небу.
floating, carried by the. This stone is blackened, eaten away.
Смерть.
This stone bears the image of a
Буря,
storm.
ветер.
On this stone, the sun is visible. This stone bears the image of. On this stone, the sun is visible.
Солнце.
The drawing on this stone makes me think of
Огонь.
fire. This drawing looks like an infant.
Хорошо.
Could it represent life?
Ты поговоришь?
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
Смерть.
I was in the sky. I was floating. Here, this looks like a snowflake.
Снежинка.
This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone is blackened, eaten away.
Блядь, как же тяжело.
I think it's supposed to evoke death.
Ты будешь говорить?
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to
Ветер
remember
есть.
them.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken. Here, this looks like a.
Once again, these visions open gates.
Так,
Try
жизнь,
to remember them.
огонь,
I was in the sky.
солнце,
I was floating,
смерть,
carried by the wind.
вода.
And it was a cold feeling.
Ветер
I was high
есть.
up, and it was getting colder and colder.
Замерзала.
I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Всем биться надо, нет?
Karantz, I need to talk to you.
I'm listening, Siora.
Do you remember the mind shake?
Yes. If I understand correctly.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the lions, because my mother would never have traded this, and she would have wanted to be buried according.
So you think that they're lying?
Yes. And will you investigate this?
I cannot go there now, but we will talk about it.
Anything else?
I must pass the.
I have heard it talked about. It is one. My
Did she tell?
A little. I know the combat. If you are and there. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Ну, пошли матери
Karantz,
поможем.
I want to. Will you?
Он будет нападать?
I need a bit of practice. This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi. And a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einonir Frichterman.
Ну давай переместимся, посмотрим. сказать. Подожди, вот он служитель солнца, давай его возьмем вместо Ласко. Итак, блядь, кто там пиздел?
Hello, my child. What a pleasure to see someone come. Do you want to hear the word?
Not really, Father. My name...
Nice to meet you.
What can we do for you?
We would like to know more about the agreement.
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. We swore to provide this village with all our support in their...
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their...
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me to...
The Queen had understood that the light was the only truth. It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement.
She had an engraver come to Falristal.
I do not believe a single word of this.
You would do well to hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now...
By not respecting us, you are committing...
Because you think that you can administer justice here.
Siora, let's not get into another battle and make new enemies.
That is an excellent idea.
Ну, камень хуй знает где, да? Нам нужен лагерь у Фалристели. Хорошо, что тут пооткрывал. Вообще ни о чем. Какие-то приколы у них есть. О, зелье магии всегда приятно.
Here's the stone we were looking for. Strange.
This stone was damaged on purpose. We will never know the precise...
There may be a way. Promises. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. There are but a few. We did not have one. He must be the one who...
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret. Those who want to seal a promise.
Окей, где он находится? Ага. Хорошо, давай обратно в лагерь.
Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the door's left open.
Пиздец какой-то произошел.
Everything is broken and turned upside down. A sculpted engraved stone. Empty. What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is scattered around.
It's as if someone wanted to meticulously
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few...
Unless someone else did this.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the mark. He is the Respect Karadeg originally belonged to this.
Let's go to Vicky.
Ну, погнали. Далеко? Так, ну раньше туда нельзя было. Что же изменилось? Давай попробуем. Тут был какой-то камень, который не давал нам пройти. Может, по истечению времени он и пропал, так что надо проверить. Да, нам дальше. Чего они спят утром, непонятно. Пусть спят. Вот, камень и пиздец. И что делать?
Karans, do you need...
I must leave you.
А, отсюда можно зайти. Пиздец, а нахуй тогда тут такой вход делать? А не, вы мне не нужны, ребятки. Я знал, что можно обойти. Ну супер. Что сказать, супер. Я думал, тут по сюжету можно будет в этом пройти. Да, ну ладно. Камушек сразу. Камушек, пожалуйста. Сюда нам. Чпуньк. Торговец. Старейшина. Со старейшиной надо будет поговорить в любом случае. Что нам что-то да и скажет. Большая деревня с торговцем, кстати.
Oi! Look at all the...
Купить. Ну, урона меньше, братик. С такой бы я не разумею.
Bertir Tumad, you are on Olmanawi.
Legate Blau.
Yes, those who have yellow eyes.
They're coins. But to answer your question, yes.
Is legate the...
No. It means that I'm in charge of...
So I was right. Some of your clan are preventing us...
Really?
Several seasons ago, some men from your clan... There were some old trees in this glade. At first, everything was fine. So we wanted to heal them, but they won't let us come close.
I could investigate.
Yes, please.
Сначала поговорим с хранителем обетов, а потом, может быть, мы тебе поможем. Потом, и может быть.
Bertir Tumad. You're very strange.
My name is Desade.
You are a Lugaid Blau? Oh, I didn't know there were on Almanawi amongst them. They may not be so different. What brings you here?
We're looking for Karadeg, the Keeper of Promise.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left.
Do you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone. He must have left for the woods south of here.
Did you exile him?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with us. He thought that we should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. And I did not want him to return. Is there anything?
I must leave.
Занимайтесь, ребят. Окей, погнали искать его. Кого мы ищем? Кирганес? Не, Карадега мы ищем. Не хочет убивать меня, окей. Нет, так нет. Блять, и как нам туда спуститься? Или нам не надо туда спускаться?
Siora, Bertir.
These strangers are my friends.
What do you want?
Tell me about your...
Most words must be free, but some, those who want, then...
So you're a kind of
Do you want to know?
We would like to ask you about it.
It is the stone of the Renaig. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to. And now that she is no...
It is because you are the last person.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I...
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother...
No, Donegad. The Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. I do not want to deal with them ever again.
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away, and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea Exregao. They fight the Renaigse, and they accept people from all clans.
I have heard about them, but I didn't know where.
We could help you, but we need this tree bark.
It's in that case, I hope that it will help you to change. And I did not...
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to Iselt.
Давай.
Siora, Asir, Bertir to Madisel. What do you...
Azeld, about this pact your mother supposed...
Yes.
We went to Falris...
Were you able... No, you're probably...
We retreat...
Siora, what's mother promised? There's nothing, and even less. So they I think it's high time. I think so.
Oh,
you lied to us. You took us for gullible children. Leave this village at once. You will never be welcome here again.
But if you want our help with the Alliance...
Я могу, конечно, харизма, или может Петрусом попробовать.
Petrus, could you try to...
My brothers and sisters, you have tried to convert this village. It's time for you to recognize...
Father, do...
Come on. We cannot disobey a...
I did not think. Thank you. Thanks to you. Yes. Shiora, of course.
О, Сиора, дружба. Что она дает дружба с Сиорой? Что нам дает дружба с Сиорой, алё? Бонус дружбы — энергичность. Охуеть. Пошли с Глендоном поговорим. Не хочу я квесты пока другие выполнять. Идем по сюжетке.
And so you have returned.
A face in the mountain of tears.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her. You have given the blood of the animals that protect. In choosing the path of silence, finally, you have completed the ritual. You choose to trust the way of rules, and the island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion.
Am I authorized to encounter Enor Milfrictamen now?
If the High King agrees, yeah. Only a High...
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them.
I do not know. And I believe...
Is he hiding?
He disappeared several months ago. The last people to have seen him there was Dedra, Blacknid, Ulan.
My mother, alas.
Yes. I heard about your loss, Siora.
And divorced Tirce.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warrior.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the... It is said that he is the chief of the Earth.
Very well. I will go and see them.
Qua walam said.
Окей. И что нам надо делать? Поговорить с Костиком. Ну, пошлите поговорим.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes. A strange... I was ordered to set up patrol along a small... I was told to protect our perimeter. According to the islander, it was the only access. Not a soul came along. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche.
And you ran? Do you know precisely where the company...
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. The islanders said they were following the path.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself?
What? Alone? What could I have done?
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or... But that's a question for your superior. My cousin was quite weak.
His Highness was feeling much better. The post... I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness. I wasn't pretty... Your cousin...
That sounds like him.
I am sorry.
Dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Сначала Костика найдем, это что такое вообще? Хотя с другой стороны... Не надо Костика найти, мне его жалко, блядь. Узнать, что с ним. Что за миссия провалилась только что? Что-то провалилось. Сюжетка движется, как говорится. Ой, хорошо, что мы тут были, что мы все до этого исследовали.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Omegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasach and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinolmenawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasach wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else? New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Куда? Или нам сюда? Тут ничего нет. Тут еще надо что-то найти, да? Ничего не найти. Оружие, блядь. Пошли туда.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
Что это такое? Этот профессор, блядь.
Path stops on this oval, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasak.
Maybe anyone can protect me in this battle. Your magic is running out. Take a control. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. These vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well, let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one...
Unless he himself was behind...
How could you even think something like that?
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists. But in all truth, I have no idea. But regardless of who is guilty, we could return to Wenchavier to learn... Perhaps Katasak returned there. We are also going to have to... Their soldiers were involved in the combat. Or
that trail seems a better one to follow. Katasak is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they... However, one way or... Let us be on our way with...
My dear children.
I'll see you later.
Конечно же, нам никак не спуститься. Ну ладно. Отца говорит хороший, хуй там, я думаю. Вроде лагеря нет, только здесь, а? Ну, обходить, чтобы поменять на этого солдата нашего Петруса неохота, конечно. Это не так уж и далеко.
Lady Morange tells me that a delegation from the Devesp family just landed on the island.
From the look on your face, I take it their arrival is not good news. Are they that bad?
That family has a long-standing grudge against the Dorset family. Considering their cutthroat reputation, it would be well placed to join Lady Morange.
Че это лагерь? Хочу с вами драться, идите в лагерь. Сколько грибков тут. Пойдем на заставу. Этих грибов уже, блядь, пора закрутки делать на зиму.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere.
This our day.
A legate? Pardon my dismay, but we don't... Captain Idris, I am the... What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Constantin d'Orsay.
The governor?
My cousin was part of an expedition. His men and his camp were... But we found no trace of his body, which has wounded and holding up someone.
Have you cast your suspicions? We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency. But the region is dangerous. The natives...
You do know that we found the bodies of seven...
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note.
And they are dead.
Explain yourself, Captain.
They were monitoring the zone. We have lost too many men to suppress yesterday. We heard screams.
And you didn't go and see... You hear screams. Certainly
So the last of my men give up their life. You can think of me as a coward.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back? I understand what the feeling of being a... But if you...
I don't know what to tell you, Excellency.
I can see how difficult your presence... I'm certain you haven't been... I cannot solve all of your problems.
A little gold would certainly improve...
A survivor?
He wasn't able to say a word. Our nurse sits with him, but his wounds are extreme.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain.
Go and see the nurse. can't take it anymore. Anything else?
Concerning the young...
Did you see them?
Not yet.
Really? This boy? Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would...
Подожди, этот выбор может влиять? Сохранимся на всякий случай.
What are you doing there?
I know. I've come to see...
That is very kind of him.
What are you saying?
No, I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to... I no longer, and now that we have a wounded patient...
Do you know what type of remedy?
Yes, at least I think so.
I see. Give me the rest.
Thank you.
У меня есть такое, дура, на.
Were you able to conquer?
Yes, I was.
Give it to...
Will he make it?
I hope so.
And if he survives, when could we speak?
Come back tomorrow at the same...
Very well.
See you soon.
Ну, пока пойдем с Айденом победим. Телефон тут есть? Хуйма, блядь. У нас есть 24 часа на все про все. Ну хотя может и больше. А то качнется через 24 часа.
I've heard stories of your exploits. It's unusual. It seems my Tiern was right. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared.
What? But my Tiern followed you to help.
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts.
And you believe that the Tiern has... Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand...
Wait. Perhaps they were wounded. And your master wanted to take Constantine. We must find them at all costs.
Forgive me, Doneged. Your words are true,
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the...
They could very well. But no, they are not his. I do not know this smell. The plants used... Another Doneged must be implicated. But none that I know would... Who would attack the water that heals? The earth that feels?
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find...
When you have discovered anything?
I have to go.
Wow.
Давай, побежали. Не понял сейчас. Все правильно. Вот. давай зайдем через парадное, а то едем. Чисто по приколу.
Hello, soldier.
Better. A lot better.
I simply prepared the potion that she... Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
We were posted up on the peak, and we heard sounds of fighting. Men were screaming. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man.
Constantine Catus...
Dozens of wild animals that seemed completely enraged and intense.
Flames?
I don't know. I didn't see, but I thought I saw another islander. There was practically no one left on the battle. I came to when I heard voices of islanders. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off. I dragged myself here.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that.
That's enough. Rest.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I'll have a word with your captain.
Excellency, thank you.
Please, I did nothing more.
Did you learn what you needed?
Yes. I was able to... my cousin, a strange...
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there...
Like you freed the scholars. Thank you again.
I need to be going.
I would very much like...
Нам надо в лагерь Удидхидестан. Окей. Маленько не в ту сторону. Споры начались. Тут по какими-то бабками, кстати, сражается.
Hello.
Renaigse.
To speak to you about my cousin's... A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that... I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not... I only seek to find the man I consider... as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must... I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid...
We do not have your cousin, and we do... As for Katasach, And the worst, Tire. He died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible... We went to see the last breath of Katas, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. This request might surprise you, but...
Why?
Examine him to understand. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack. That is the very reason I need to...
You may see him.
Вообще пофиг. Попробую убить, у меня магия вся прокачана, дура.
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katisach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Ясно. А мы вот здесь. Тут что интересно? Будем это исследовать или нет? Погнали, посмотрим. Сундучок. Сундучки мы любим. Говорите, что там лагерь, да? Это камушек. Камушек это всегда приятно. Он не дает ему спуститься. Приятно. Хорошо, больше тут ничего нет. Еще там секретка. $1 000 000. Есть какой-то ход. Вот туда. Там мы еще не были, поэтому... Да, господи. Все. Просто побежали. Вот. Бежим прямо и там разберемся. Как раз этот буровочник, называется, бурачник. Да, не трогайте, идем. почему не были? Мы там были.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
I've come to ask you.
My help.
My cousin has been taken. And
Truly?
By performing the Anatalis Fair.
Katazach is dead. He was a good man.
He went with my cousin to My cousin has disappeared. We examined him.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nada, but none of our own would have...
This is why we need you. We want to understand...
And you will avenge the dead. Very well, Renoixe. Our island wailed the Anatalis Fair. You will need to act as my Voglendaig and bring to me the necessary ingredients while...
What do you require?
A potion. And listen, do not forget the viscera of the scav, because they asked...
He didn't have a weapon.
Where can I find...
In Duren's camp.
Very well, then we can...
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site.
Very well.